Hello traders, the title of the video is how to master dynamic support and resistance trading like a pro. Let's get started. Alright, I'm on a monthly chart. The first thing that we want to understand is what is a dynamic support and resistance level. Anytime we are talking about dynamic support and resistance level, we are talking about moving averages. Alright? Dynamic support and resistance level equals to moving averages. Why? Because we have what we call static support and resistance level. This is a static resistance level because it's only one level, 132.5. It's one resistance level at one point. It's not dynamic, it's not changing. Alright? This is a static support level at $27.89. It's not changing. That is the support level. Though we may talk about zones around that level, it is a static support level. So we have static resistance, static support. But when we are talking about dynamic support, it's changing. So 1 minute you see the moving of 20 is here. It was a support here. Alright. Now it's a support at a different level. It's again a support here at a different level. So that moving average 20 is a dynamic support level. Same thing for the moving average 50. Same thing for the moving average 200. But I want to draw your attention to the moving average 50 on the monthly chart. Now, apart from everything else that we have discussed before relating to the moving average 200, moving average 50 on the monthly chart, now I want you to see something that the price is doing around the moving average 50 on the monthly chart, talking about dynamic support and resistance level. The moving average 50 on a monthly chart is an excellent dynamic support and resistance level. In fact, I may say that in fact on every time frame, all right, check out how the price is breaking above the moving average 50 and coming back to retest the moving average 50. So I say to traders that the simplest way to trade is to look for break above, retest, turn around, and break below, retest, turn around. So this is what I mean by that you see here. So this is a static resistance level. You see that price breaks above it nicely. Now here it is, it pull back and retest that support level. Okay, that's static support level. That's what I say to traders. And now the common settle line is broken. Use the TSCW24 or SYS, use your A trading system. I mean, use a different time frame and trading method and then buy it. If the signal fell, close the trade. Alright? The same thing we say to traders, okay, or the price break below a key level. So this is, okay, this was a support here. This support price touch it now. Now it break below it and retest it. If the common settle line is broken, which it did, and even retest it, common lines are broken and they retest it, now they slow it down like a mad. So two things the price doing all the time: break above, retest, break below, retest. Common settle line is broken. We use a different time frame trading method. Alright? But we always rely on the static key, support, and resistance level. And we tend to forget the dynamic support and resistance level that are the moving averages. What have moving averages done to you? What have moving averages done to you, my friend? Try to love the moving averages. Now, can I put it to you? How can moving averages be helpful to you? Now, how can moving averages help your technical trading? How can moving averages make you a better trader? Those are the questions I'm asking. So that's why I'm saying to you, we rely too much on static support and resistance level. They are useful, especially we also talk about static trend line. Moving averages can be also dynamic trend line. Yeah, dynamic support, dynamic resistance, dynamic trend line. We can talk. We had also static, okay, trend line. Okay, but when we are talking about support and resistance level, you want to pay attention to the moving at 50, especially on the monthly chart. So look here. So if you agree, the price came back and retest the moving at 50. So it breaks the ball, though you cannot see, it's not very clear here. It breaks the ball and came and retest the moving at 50 from a double bottom here. And here again, look at that. It breaks the ball, the moving 50. You see, ignore the 20 on the monthly chart. You will see that very often on the monthly chart. You will come all the way to the 50. Break above, retest, the moving at 50. Break below, retest, the moving at 50. Break above a dynamic support and resistance level and retest it. Or break below and retest a dynamic support and resistance level. Again, here, you went too far away from the moving at 50. Here it comes. All right? Because the moving at 50 is a powerful tool. It has something to do with the RSI. All right? Very, very important. All right? So here it is. Breakable retest. Common center is broken. People bought it a bit up here. So try a rally up to retest the moving average 14. All right? Before it start coming down. Look again here. After, so look at this, especially the retest, the breakable retest that usually take place after a bearish trend. So you see that very often. Price will go down fast, and then, all right, the price, then finally the price will break above the moving at 50 and retest it. It was in the declining channel. Now it goes back above the 50 and retests because the bullish zone is above the moving at 50. Which is a dynamic support and resistance level. Here it is, there's a different one. Price was in a rising channel before. Now, price break below the moving average 50, which is a dynamic support and resistance level. Now, it retests it here, that's a sell. It was in a rising channel. Now, it break below the 50 and retests the 50. You see how it stopped on the edge there? We sell. Price was in a declining channel before, it break above the 50 and retest. We look for an opportunity to buy. Am I speaking to TSCWSY's usual traders or TSCW24 traders? All right, pay attention, all right? So you are looking first for a trading setup, and then you implement a different time frame trading method, or you go to the first best time frame if you are TSCW24 trader, or you use the TSCWSY's usual aid for swing trading. So those are the things I want you to pay attention to, all right? Especially the moving at 50 on the monthly chart is an excellent, okay, dynamic support and resistance level. So to summarize this video very fast, all right? What is a dynamic support and resistance level? We are referring to moving averages. What is a static support and resistance level? We are talking about our normal support and resistance level at a specific price level. Horizontal, okay, or also dynamic, or also static trend line. A moving average can be a dynamic trend line. A moving average can be a static, a moving average can be a dynamic support or resistance. So instead of relying only on a static support and resistance level, we can also use the dynamic support and resistance level, which are what? The moving averages. I highly recommend to traders to pay attention to the breakable retest, break below retest, on near the moving at 50 on which time frame? On the monthly chart. But in fact, we can bend that rule a little bit. In fact, on every time frame, you'll see that very often. The price, even this is on a weekly chart now. He breaks the ball, he tests on a weekly chart. Which one? He ignored the 14 and went to 50. So break a ball, retest on the 50, near the 50. Break below. He tried to come near, he couldn't touch it. Yeah, finally did it here. So way below the 50 on the weekly chart. Finally went back to the 50. The intersection between the two moving averages is what? The hotspot trading zone. The hotspot trading zone. Intersection. Now, you don't want to play this game when we have whipsaws because I recorded a video today that I titled How to Avoid Moving Averages Whipsaws Precisely. Have you watched that video at 24 Stock Trader? 24 DG2 DG4 Stock Trader YouTube channel. How to avoid moving averages whipsaws precisely. Hot spot trading zone. Another hot spot trading zone. The hot spot trading zone. Sometimes, instead of the trading setup occurring on the hot spot trading zone horizontally, it may occur vertically. Do you know that also? You can use the vertical line. So here we have a hot spot trading zone. Nothing did take place. You see, finally it happened here. You see, this is a hot spot trading zone moving at 50, going to be above the moving at 200. It's a hot spot trading zone. We can draw as many lines through that point. Did I say that before? But now look at horizontally, we had one trading setup there. Are you looking for good trading setup? Use a hot spot trading zone. This one here. Which one? This is the hot spot trading zone. Horizontally, we see one. Vertically, you are watching it, and there's also one there. Just one hot spot trading zone. We can do so much with those moving averages. They are dynamic support and resistance level. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today. Our YouTube channel is DG2, DG4 Stock Trader, 24 Stock Trader. Be sure to click on the notification bell so anytime we record a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. Do you want to be the first person to be notified? Subscribe and click on the notification bell, alright? If this video has been truly useful to you, please let us know by giving us your beautiful thumbs up. If you dislike it, be sure to mark it down. I do care about traders that are marking it down, like I do care about traders that are marking it up. So if you dislike it, don't go away, please. Okay, mark it down. However, if you think, George, I'm very impressed, feel free to share it with your friend on Tumblr, okay, Facebook, Twitter, scoop it on the social media. Talk about us on this in your forum with your friend in Facebook or Twitter. Tell your friend to subscribe to 24 Stock Trader. That will be very helpful to us, and I really appreciate that. Okay. If you have any question, suggestion, lament, critics, blah blah blah, and you say, George, that was not Texas accent, it was a frog accent, let us know in the comment section, and in due course I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTW24 traders talking about how to master dynamic support and resistance trading like a pro. So like a pro means use a different trading method after you have identified a high probability trading setup. Happy trading to you all, and I will speak to you soon. Look at that, 30 minutes. I was aiming for 2 hours, but I managed to concise everything in 30 minutes. Can you believe that? Thank you for watching.